Afternoon and welcome to module 4 already. So after module 4, we're going to be halfway done with our course already for energy and society. So moving right along here. Let me go ahead and share screen so that we are all on the same page as to what is due for this week, module 4. All right, so module 4, as you see here, again, I'm going to be looking up here, so that's why I'm looking up, not at you. So module 4 is going to be looking at nuclear power. Nuclear is actually one of my personal favorites in terms of renewable, non-renewable. It's kind of both, energy. I just have a big push for nuclear energy. I think it can be easily adapted anywhere. It really just relies on a facility, unlike solar, which relies on sun, wind, obviously on wind energy, geothermal only certain areas as well too. Nuclear, as long as you can be able to truck in uranium and create that science experiment in terms of making plutonium and uranium and utilizing that, it's really good as long as it's done safely. It has its cons as well. So nuclear power. So if you look at the module intro again, just like all of our intros here, kind of what we're learning about. So how we began the nuclear industry, power, in its heyday, and then now, unfortunately, of course, in its kind of lull. Looking at some of the accidents like Fukushima, 3 Mile Island, just to name a few, and then looking at the pros and cons with nuclear fission. So fusion, we're not really going to get much into. Fusion is somewhat discussed. Fission, again, is you're splitting those atoms. Fusion, you're combining them. I know I did see an article about a year or two back. I think it was Lawrence Livermore or Berkeley, one of the two labs, where they did do a fusion experiment. It lasted only a few seconds. So fusion just kind of isn't there just yet. So we'll mainly just kind of focus on fission here. The module overview. So again, what we're looking at, of course, looking at nuclear power since World War II. The readings for this week. Here you're going to take a look at chapters 6 and 12, looking at fusion and other potential future technologies. So just kind of getting an understanding of what radioactivity is, nuclear fission, power generation, and then looking, of course, at the advantages and barriers of this energy. There's some great resources here, looking at energy flow charts, looking at the atlas, looking at some countries like Germany and other places, and some more information here about nuclear energy. So great articles and information here for you about nuclear energy. So let's see, you have 2 things due this week and a half. We'll get there. So one's going to be your topic, or I'm sorry, your discussion here. So your position on nuclear energy. So you have an idea after you do all your readings, where you stand on nuclear. So here's going to be your initial discussion post, and I'll highlight it here. If you're a voting member of the NRC, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, would you vote to extend the commission for nuclear reactors? What factors would influence your decision? Why yes, why no? Think about your thoughts. Let us know what is your stance here on promoting nuclear energy. And then looking at your own research here, what are the positions of other economic leaders? What's China doing? What's France doing? Germany in terms of nuclear power? Which country, the U.S. included, do you think is the best plan for nuclear energy over the next century or so, and why? And then for your responses, just compare what your thoughts are to your peers. Support your information, of course, with the resources that are included, anything additional that you find. So I think it should be a great discussion this week about nuclear energy. You have a quiz that's due. So again, this quiz is from last week's module 3 and 4. So just be sure to use your textbook readings, your supplemental readings to complete the quiz. And then this is not a graded assignment, but just kind of looking at your final paper here is just beginning your paper. So begin researching your final paper on future energy sources. Looking at, is this future energy affordable? Is it stable? That's why we're not looking at fusion energy right now, because fusion just isn't stable. But is this energy source of yours stable? Is it clean? Can it be extracted easily? Development? Does it have any long-term effects? So based on these attributes, what should our energy mix look like? So looking at the energy mix of 2050. So again, this is an ungraded assignment, but it gets you planning for your final paper that's due. So again, what's due for this week? So your initial post on nuclear energy due by Thursday, your 2 follow-up responses due by Sunday, and then completing the quiz by this Sunday. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to some great discussions about nuclear energy this week.